Hello and nice to have you back for my new video. You can find a lot more information, tips and sample photos about photography, whether analog, hybrid or digital, on my homepage aperture1.4.com and on Instagram at aperture1.4. You're welcome to visit me there. Today's video is about the ring flash Canon ML3. You will learn everything you need to know about this ring flash, which cameras it can be used for, which recommended settings I recommend for great macro photos, and which accessoires you should buy. You can already get the ML3 for about 30 or 40 euros. This is a real bargain. The Canon ML3 can be used with all analog autofocus Canon EOS cameras in TTL mode. Likewise, it offers the same automatic functions on the Canon T90, the most advanced Canon camera designed by Colani for the FD bayonet. Canon EF macro lenses can be easily attached to the camera using a click bayonet, as shown here. This is possible with the following lenses: Canon EF 2.5 50mm compact macro, Canon EF 2.8 100mm macro, and Canon EF 2.8 100mm macro USM. After you have switched on the flash by pushing the button from 0 to 1, you can start with your first test. But there are still some things to consider. The Canon ML3 offers you two small lamps for better focusing on your subjects. They light up for about 20 seconds and then turn off automatically. They are activated via the small white button on the bottom of the flash unit. What settings should you make on your camera? I will show you this using the example of a Canon EOS 650 and a Canon EOS 1N. It is the same for the other Canon EOS cameras as far as they offer the mentioned exposure programs: manual, M, or aperture priority, AV. The camera selects the shutter speed automatically. Often it is necessary to use a tripod, and you can use the self-timer to prevent camera shake caused by the shutter release. In the next step, you select the M mode on your camera. As flash sync time, you can set the shortest exposure time to the respective X-sync time on your camera. Select the aperture according to the desperate effect: large aperture, low f number, for example 2.5 or 4, for a shallow depth of field, or a small aperture, large f number, for example 8, 11 or 22, for a greater depth of field. Note, however, that the depth of field in the macro range is only a few millimeters to centimeters, and exact focusing is necessary. The ML3 will automatically deliver the correct amount of light so that your image will be correctly exposed. If you use the AV mode, the camera automatically determines the correct shutter speed for your selected aperture. The entry shutter speed range from, for example, 30 seconds to the shortest flash sync speed, for example 125 seconds, is used, just as in the AV mode without flash unit. On the back of the control unit, you will find two LEDs in addition to the on-off switch. When the device is switched on, the red diode signals that the flash is ready. After the image has been taken, the other diode should light up green. This indicates that the exposure was correct. If the green diode does not light up, please use a larger aperture or a more sensitive film. The exposure is underexposed if the diode does not light up green. Please note the guide number of the flash unit, 11, and the loss of light due to the extension of the macro lens of approx half to 1 f-stop. If you are using the Canon EOS 1N or EOS 1, then the same recommended settings apply. Of course, some images may not be exposed correctly. Familiarize yourself with your camera flash combination and you'll find the settings that work for you. An angel finder is very useful in the field of macro photography. This viewfinder allows convenient viewing of the viewfinder image from different positions. The angel finder, here the Model B from Canon, shows an upright and laterally correct image. The viewfinder can be rotated. Furthermore, this angel finder offers a built-in dioptry correction so that you can do without your glasses if necessary. To use the Canon ML3 on Canon FD/FDN lenses, you need special adapters to attach the flash to the lenses. For the Canon FDN 3.5 50mm macro and the Canon FDN 4 100mm macro, you need the Canon macrolide adapter 52C. For the Canon FDN 4 200mm, the Canon macrolide adapter 58C. These two adapter rings are only available used, and this very rarely. To adapt the ML3 to my Canon FDN 3.5 50mm macro, I used a trick for some time. I show you this trick here in the video. I screwed two filter adapters together, 52 to 55 and then to 58. Additionally, I stabilized the flash with non-permanent plasticine on the filter adapter. It works. It works great. And it's much cheaper, but I have both. Now I have both adapters. Even when using the Canon T90, you can of course use the two modeling lights of the ring flash. Now I'll show you how easy it is to connect the ring flash to the Canon FDN lenses using the two Canon macrolide adapters. The clip mechanism works really simple and reliable. Here you can see the Canon macrolide adapter 58C for the Canon FD4 200mm macro lens. Canon has designed the adapter so that you can leave it permanently on the lens. The built-in lens hood can be pulled out even though the adapter is mounted. The lens cap can also be used normally. However, filters cannot be screwed onto the adapter. If you use the Canon T90, I recommend the same camera settings. The TTL flash metering will give you many great exposed shots. Try it out. You can also use the Angel Finder B on your Canon T90. All the function of the Angel Finder that I showed you on the Canon EOS 1N can also be used with the Canon T90. The Canon ML3 still offers you the possibility to fire both flashes or only the left or right flash. You can find the desired settings on the back of the ring flash. Thank you very much for your interest in my video. If you like it, then I would be very happy about a like. You are also welcome to recommend my channel to others. Browse around on my homepage apertureone.4 as well. Until next time, thank you and see you again.